Punch. Oh, shit. You don't have your phone.
3-point shots. $5, you get 150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. Just visit FanDuel.com/ticket. Your chance to score $150 in bonus bets. And they have got everything you need at FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. 21 and up, present Michigan. First online real money wager only, $5 first deposit required. Bonuses, non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms, sportsbook.fanduel.com. You got a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, bite shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Thorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee. It's back, but only for a limited time. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Oh, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Hungry Howie's is famous for flavor. Every hour of every day, our chief flavor officer is hard at work, making you the most delicious flavored crust pizzas at the most unbelievable prices. And he's cooking up a slice of Southern comfort. Try Hungry Howie's new chicken and waffles pizza. Crispy chicken, fluffy waffles, and bacon bits on 100% mozzarella and our famous flavored crust. All topped with a maple syrup drizzle. It's sweet, it's savory. It's gone before you know it. Get a large for $15.99. Pricing may vary.
Hungry? You might not consider yourself a tech expert, but that doesn't mean you can't protect yourself from online scammers with a little help from McAfee Total Protection. Whether it's a fake missed delivery text or an urgent bank alert, these scams can look incredibly convincing. That's where McAfee Total Protection steps in. So go ahead, manage your finances and shop online. McAfee will help keep your device's privacy and identity safer. Visit McAfee.com/online protection today to get award-winning online protection for just $39.99 your first year. That's McAfee.com/online protection. Cancel anytime. Terms apply.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on SingleCare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to SingleCare.com or download the free app today.
Oh, by the way, Ivan's no longer on the project. His wife got a new job, so they're moving across the country.
Robin's top researcher is deviating to a new market.
Here
this isn't
comes.
Standard.
And now we're short-staffed. Who's going to finish all these projects?
She needs a cluster of new data analysts, and there's no margin for error.
Straight. That's what I thought.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates.
Right.
Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ 24-hour traffic center, sponsored by Alta Equipment and Takeuchi. The accident along eastbound 696 at Hoover has the right shoulder block. I come with some good news because that crash along northbound 75 at Rochester cleared from the left shoulder, right along with southbound 275 at 6 Mile Road. That cleared as well. You have to deal with the construction along northbound 75, that exit ramp to Telegraph. Well, it's closed. It's going to go on through Friday in that area. Take advantage of 0% financing on Takeuchi compact equipment. Dig, load, haul, sell. Learn more at altaequipment.com. I'm Val Berry. What's Jeff?
The Valenti and Rico Show is presented by Femininio Law. Go to GetDavidGetPaid.com.
All right, straight to the people. We'll get some football in the mix at 4:45. We lead off with Dre, 97.1. What's up, Dre? How you doing, buddy?
Great topic for one, so I appreciate this. Two main components or points that I want to make. One, Lyman's ball out from load management, and two, his style of play. In terms of load management, Mike, I'm 30 years old. Next week is Christmas. For most of my life, up to about 5 years ago, Christmas Day was like the prime time NBA slate, because you're going to get the marquee teams with the marquee players to play. And those guys, when they went out there, knowing that it was the Super Bowl until the playoffs start, they put on the show, right? Now, like lately, last few years, Christmas Day will come and play. The NBA will schedule these quote-unquote marquee teams. And even on that day, you're hearing guys like Joel Embiid going to sit out versus Denver. What? I can't look forward to seeing Embiid go against Joker? Like, that type of fallout for guys, people tuning in on TV or even going to the game, dropping big money to go to Christmas Day games, that has disconnected players from fans. And it's going more and more and more. And before I go to stop, like one more thing. So athletes have always made great money, especially in the perception compared to how regular people perceive them. But the difference now is that regular people go to work every day, right? Whether they're 100%, 80%, 50%, and they do their jobs. The difference nowadays with NBA players and load management is that, fine, make $30 million a year, but you don't even go into your job every day, and you're still getting paid. That disconnect is at an all-time high, and it's only getting bigger. Secondly, style of play-wise, here's what's happened. You've had these teams that, and it's thanks to the Golden State Warriors, that have now figured out, well, you probably need to get an X amount of points per game to get, let's say, an 80% chance of winning said game. So if you take more threes, you get a higher chance to get to this particular point. Fine. That may make sense mathematically. But the fallout from that is it makes for a terrible product to watch. So players and teams are doing it because it says you should do it. But other people who are watching the games are like, what is this? It's like robots going around doing shooter practice. Where's the teams in the early 2000s where they had a unique style with, Divac and Weber essentially being a facilitator's offense? Or the Brian Grizzlies with Steve-O and Marc Gasol had the Warriors, their unique style. There's no more uniqueness to teams. It's just blah, 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 same thing. Driving kick to the corner, not there, go over, drive to the foul. It's all the freaking same. And I'm 30 years old. I'm in the class. I'm not an old head. I'm not a young guy either. I should be able to. I'm a pretty open guy. I can evolve at times. I'm like, this is boring. It's boring as crap to watch. And it's like, no, I don't necessarily need a big guy, a center footer to play their back to the basket all the time. But can I get like a guy like Joker? Everybody can't be a Joker, but can I get a mix? Can you post up? You shoot. It's too much of the same thing. And I was listening to Colin Grover bring this idea up, and I don't like the guy, but I think Silver has to take a big chance and do something dramatic. Cut the corner three out. Do something.
I've heard this before, where you basically just extend the line out and there is no three-pointer. Yeah, I've heard of this before, and you're right, maybe moving it back a foot, but like what you're saying, Dre, statistical data backs you and I up on this, right? There used to be, hey, the grit and grind Grizz and the 7 seconds or less Suns, and then, we're going to run a two-man game, Shaq, Kobe. Now, everyone's doing the same thing. Do you realize the top 25 teams in the NBA all attempt at least 35 threes a game? And the top of the league, the top of the league, right? The top 9 or 10 teams are taking north of 40 a game. The Celtics lead the league taking 51.1 threes per game. That's ass
I
off.
mean, but think
I'm
about
a
this.
Celtics fan.
I mean, and modern day basketball has kind of taken away the center. I mean, other than Joker,
yeah,
having a center is a liability. It's like
everybody's got a Jackson Cole, Rico.
Yeah.
You're not going to see the triangle offense anymore. You're not going to see the pick and roll that Utah used to run.
There are entire sequences where a three-pointer is hoisted, offensive rebound, kicked out immediately, another contested three. Like, entire sequences that don't feature passing, dribbling, or I can't watch it.
It used to be, like styles make the fight, and I know a lot of people didn't like it, but you even look at the going to work Pistons. You knew when you played them, every basket was going to count. It was defense, and could you out-rebound them? Could you, steal a couple of possessions? Because that may be the game. Now, not every game was like the Pacer game where it was in the 60s or low 70s.
Oh, there's no Rick Hamilton in today's game.
The mid-range jumper, why did you shoot that? Analytics say take a few more steps back and shoot the three. But
There's
it was
no
styles.
Right. There's nothing. Hell. No, I'm with everybody on this. I think we're all speaking the same language. Let's go to Mike, 97.1. Mikey, what's going on, buddy?
Yep.
Hey, bud, how you doing?
Good. What's on your mind?
Hey, so I think that you're kind of back the NBA thing on what you're talking about before with the college coaches, that there's no...
That was behind us.
There's no wanna win, have to win, because the trophy used to be the prize, and the playoffs used to be the prize, some extra money, and now the money, and all of this sports is, to me, I'm 66 years old. I've watched it back when the Poe and the Woody days, when they hated each other. When teams, I don't care if it was basketball, they all played to win because the bonus came when they won. Now there ain't none. They all won before they played because they're making so much freaking money.
Well, and you do see a lot of it now, too, fellas, is several players in the league are making more off the court than on. I mean, what is the real motivation at this point? I mean, I think the LeBron James thing is pretty distasteful. LeBron can be one of the greatest players, if not the greatest ever. But this caper he pulled off to play with his son, I mean, come on.
I got a quick comment on the college at the NIL that you guys were talking about earlier. The real ramifications of this still going to show up. It ain't going to show up until these kids that are getting NIL money and then don't get a job in the pro sport, and they're going to be out there going, oh, I ain't making no money now, and I don't even know how to make money. Wait till that starts hitting the society.
Sure. Well, Mike, the other big problem too, and again, I'm not up here on some ivory tower, but you don't hear, this isn't like the NFL where you're doing a rookie symposium in financial literacy. Do you understand that a lot of these agents, and I hate even using this term in the college game, are taking upwards of 20% in fees? That is 10x what it should be. Then you factor in, listen, I'm not being disrespectful to anybody, but yeah, what's written on that paper, you're only getting about half of it as is because Uncle Sam's coming for you. Then your agent's taking 20%, and you see a kid at UNC Charlotte wearing a diamond chain in game. It just, none of this adds up. None of it ends up in a good place. It just doesn't. I mean,
lights are on, so
agents taking 20%. I mean, come on.
No.
You get a better deal on the street.
These can't be.
What
the
if
NCAA
Jeff Blazer and his dad saw us?
Street agents, because that's just robbery. Right?
You like that?
Okay. Yeah, that just says you're stupid. Your family's stupid.
But again, you're seeing a lot of people get victimized. And they're going to pay you $500,000. And it's like, okay, well, what does that actually break down to?
Yeah, someone
was
there.
Maybe it was Jeffrey. That's gone. But then you got to factor in taxes. And then you do a couple of stupid expenditures. It ain't nothing.
I'll say, no. The agent gets his $100,000. Uncle Sam said, no, I'm first.
That's right.
I get mine.
And again, the whole idea of kids getting degrees, well, we have to make a decision on whether this is college football at all. And I know we're talking about the NBA thing right now, but realistically, hell, you have a hard enough time motivating kids to do well in school. Less than half of kids graduate from college in sum total. Then you factor in, if I start putting $100,000, $200,000, $400,000, $500,000 in a kid's pocket, what motivation do you have for that econ class? It's all left up.
No, at that point, you're Shedeur Sanders taking a camera. So this is what college is like.
Right. And again,
hi guys.
Shedeur is the 1% of the 1% because he's going to be the number 1 overall pick in the draft. I'm just saying, like, Rico, there are plenty of kids that are in this portal right now making hundreds of thousands of dollars. No designs on a college education. Yet, we want to live in a world where it's still college football. Well, which is it? That was rhetorical.
No, I understand, but I think you also reached the point, Mike, where some of the kids have learned how to work the system where they realize I'm never going to go pro, so let me maximize this now because I will never see this money ever again in my life. How can I get a 7th year in college so that I can make a little extra money before I get kicked out to the...
I'll tell you the guy who should be thinking that way is Quinn Ewers. He is not a first-round draft pick. I don't think he's a second-round draft pick. The best thing he could do, go grab $3 or $4 million, come back to school. See if you can do it again. Hunter Dickinson has been doing it, making 7 figures. It beats playing in Serbia.
And if I'm Quinn Ewers, I drive up the price. I hit the open market. I hand it over. Hey, you know what, Manning, Arch, you can have the job because if Quinn Ewers goes on the open market, he's going to get top dollar.
Hunter, I agree totally with you. Elevate your tailgating, Moran Buick GMC, where the car buying and certified service is a breeze. Winter holidays are here, so are the deals. Moran Buick GMC, you can lease a 24 Sierra 4-wheel drive crew cab, $246 a month. They also have the 25 Encore GX Preferred, $249 a month, 36 months. New stock arriving daily. They'll have what you're looking for. They give you the free loaner with any certified service. Just go to Moran Buick GMC, where you always get the best price, period. It's on Telegraph, just north of Eureka and Taylor, or visit them online anytime at moranexpress.com.
This Odyssey.com Sports Minute is brought to you by Northville Lumber.
This is Jim Rome with an Odyssey Sports Minute. Let's go back to the Atlanta Falcons quarterback situation for a minute. We talked about Kirk Cousins earlier in the morning. Let's talk about Michael Penix Jr. So exactly what are the Falcons getting with this quarterback switch right now? I'm not exactly sure, but here's what we do know. He's got a howitzer on that left shoulder, and that alone is going to bring a very different dynamic to the Falcons offense. A pretty exciting dynamic, frankly. I'm Jim Rome.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Want to keep your gas-powered engines running like new? Staples' proprietary formulas are proven by third-party testing to outperform the competition in keeping fuel fresh, preventing corrosion, and cleaning the entire fuel system. With Stable, you can have confidence you are doing the right thing for your engine's long-term health. Just pour into your gas can or fuel tank, then top off with fresh fuel. At every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable. Available where fuel additives are sold.
This holiday season, give yourself the gift of better health with dedicated senior medical centers in Detroit. Imagine care teams who truly value you as a person and focus on providing compassionate, patient-focused care tailored to you. With doctors who listen and are experts in the healthcare needs of older adults, come discover the joy in feeling your best. To learn more, call 313-484-8008. Again, 313-484-8008 to schedule your visit and start a brighter, healthier new year.
You know what sets Trenton Jewelers apart? Other than being voted the best 8 times? Other than having 5 times the Lab Diamond selection of other jewelers? Other than having their collection of big-name brands like Levion, Allison Kaufman, and Gabriel? What really sets Trenton Jewelers apart is that we care. We care enough to offer quality you'll be proud to give. And she'll love to enjoy for years to come. Also, mention this ad and spend $1,000 in December and get a free 1-ounce silver bullion. Trenton Jewelers. Get your money's worth.
Enjoy even more before you spin with Caesars Palace Online Casino. Download today and register with code RADIOLAUNCH. New users get a $10 sign-up bonus, a 100% deposit match up to $1,000, and 2,500 reward credits after wagering $25. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Michigan. Minimum wagering within 7 days required to unlock bonuses. Full terms and wagering requirements at CaesarsPalaceOnline.com/promos. Gambling problem? Call the Michigan Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-270-7111 888-267-1117.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. I know from experience, a football team is like a family. You trust each other, you support each other, you rely on each other. That's how it is in life, especially when you've been hurt in an accident. You don't call just anyone. You turn to family for help when you're injured. And everyone knows the Bernsteins will treat you like family. And you can trust them like family. They're Michigan's first family of law for a reason. Get the Bernstein advantage. After all, we're all family around here.
Injured? 1-800-CALL-SAM. Early betting tips give you the edge. Your first source for the day's angles, hot takes, analysis, and more.
You do need to start driving the black truck, though.
MGM, weekday morning 6 to 9 on the Bet 1270 and the Odyssey app.
You ready?
Sleigh bells ring. All right, 97.1. We touched the table on football. I've got a hot coaching rumor hot off the presses.
Oh, where's my wallet?
I don't know where your wallet is.
Oh, Jesus. What is I'm thinking this is a mistake.
This was a false alarm.
Yeah. Right.
Can I help you?
A double quarter pounder with cheese with just ketchup and onion and a large Coke.
Alright, first one dial.
99. 899. Let's see what we got here. Right?
Right.
So we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now, can I call you something?
No.
No? Okay.
Then that Greenview has their annual cornhole tournament.
Boy, he wasn't very nice today.
Who wasn't?
Manuel. I called you a fatso. Didn't he?
I'm skinny.
Exactly. You are skinny.
Because Greenview hosts their annual cornhole tournament every August.
Yeah. Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
No, that's a Greg's. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That it's Greg's?
Yes.
Playoff opt-out Penn State. To paraphrase James Franklin, spots are filling up on other teams, so he had to leave. Who are we blaming for this and how are we fixing it? Rico. Who are we blaming for this, Kenny? We're blaming the supposed adults. We're blaming the people who run the NCAA. These are the presidents and the athletic directors and supposedly the smartest people of the collegiate variety. They can't get this done. They didn't come up with hard and fast rules. They just kind of let stuff happen. And just like in life, people find the loopholes. They find every way to get around stuff. And now, you're where you are right now with this. This is bad.
This needs to be fixed. And this needs to be fixed now. And it's an easy fix, and you can't just go with the whole, well, what about this and what about... I don't care. Fix the overall problem. Don't give me, well, what about this one individual? Cry me a river. That person will live. We'll move on. Sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
No, you said it all. No, it's just, it's the whole thing is a parody of an actual sport. The defense rests its case. There's nothing else to say. The whole thing is stupid. You got a kid leaving because he can't enroll in school if he stays with his playoff team.
Thank you.
Oh, that's fun. We have kids opting out of bowl games and we don't know about it. We have kids who have hit the portal but will still play for their
care about
school.
the penny?
We
No,
have kids who
thank
sign
you.
with schools and dip out and then sign with some of the whole thing.
Oh, because this all started, but before we got to the kids, it was the coaches. Okay, hey, great year. We made this bowl game. I just took a job someplace else, so my assistant's going to take over unless he comes with me to the new spot, and here we are. It's an easy solution, but they're not willing to do this, Kenny, and that's what's so frustrating about it.
Well, this next one here involves everybody, including David. I want to take kind of a on the Michigan and Michigan State fan base, because we're going into a playoff, which neither team is involved.
Yep.
Are we just loading them with Big Ten party lines? Are we just
Gotta make sure if it's...
David, I know you
See what's right. Is
it
right?
I'm wondering if all the fan bases, if both fan bases feel that.
Looks like it.
Yep.
In the playoffs, are you rooting for Big Ten schools? I mean, Kenny, I'll be honest with you, yes. Like in the NCAA tournament, things like that, I'm very partial to Big Ten schools because you want to see them succeed, except for the schools that you absolutely hate. Looking at you, David. And then it's hard to root for that team. You're rooting for the other team. But yes, it would be nice to see Oregon go far, Ohio State. I would love to see a rematch of that game. Sure.
I don't care about Big Ten teams.
You know?
Michigan and Michigan only. I don't care. Go out there and lose. Embarrass yourself. I don't care.
Conference pride. Brought to you by
Conference pride. I hope everyone. I don't care. My team blows.
This accomplished exactly what I wanted to. I got the one aspect of Rico, I got the other angle of David, and Mike wants everything to burn.
That's right. To the ground.
It's like, okay, because Kenny, here's what I don't want, because in the end, I don't want you walking around saying, I see your pillow fights because the SEC just wanted it more. Kind of Ron Blaney. Right. I don't want to see the SEC win again. It would be fun to say, hey, Kenny, where's your pillow fight now?
And a last one on college here before we get to the NFL briefly. And Netflix announced that they're going to do an SEC thing that provides unfiltered access to coaches and players, which sounds like a cool thing that you might want to watch. But it was just announced recently, I think Brett McMurphy put it out there, that programs are not participating include Alabama, Georgia, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, and Texas. So,
because you know what? Mike, if I could jump in first, please. You don't want to see how the sausage is made. What?
Those are the schools I want to see.
And David, you don't want to see how the sausage is made because you know why? Those coaches would lose their job. Players would get kicked off the team. If you heard some of the things the coaches actually said in practice, the PC police would not be happy. They would have to then explain to the world, what did you mean by that? That seemed kind of racist. That seemed homophobic. That seemed this. Why did you say that? You don't want to know how that sausage is made. Move on and just do your normal edited down version that's been heavily redacted because that'll make you feel good.
I just think those programs are above it. I mean, Rico, you're not wrong. David, what's the benefit to doing it? They already get all of the positive press. They get all the coverage.
Yeah, there is none. You're right.
They get all the media in their back pocket.
Yeah.
There's nothing they need.
Feinbaum and everyone will talk about them no matter what.
Right, but it'd be like if they did it in the Big Ten. What do Michigan and Ohio State need? Nothing. They already have a network in their pocket. They already have the pro media. They already have their incels in the media. They don't need anything. What's the benefit?
No, there's no benefit, Mike. I think what you would see, remember when Izzo yelled at Aaron Henry? And we didn't hear what he said, but you saw it, and there was the public outrage. Oh, my goodness. Could you imagine somebody blows a tackle in practice and Kirby Smart grabs him by the face mask and basically MFs them and tells them where they can go You can go back to your little hick town and do whatever and eat squirrel and raccoon, and I don't care. And you would have everybody saying, well, yes. And everybody would just be like clutching their pearls. I can't believe he talks to that man. Yes, that's called every football practice ever going back to PAL League. Yes.
And that is in football today.
Yeah.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ 24-hour traffic center, sponsored by Moderna. Hey, pretty good news. The accident along eastbound 696 at Hoover finally cleared that crash along northbound 75 at Rochester. That cleared, taking us back to being crash-free on the roads right now. Now the construction along eastbound, westbound I-696 between 275 and Losser. Shoulder closure still exists. Much of that's going to take us through the rest of this month, maybe even trickle into our brand new year. I'm Val Berry with Jackie.
Hey, did you know that your risk of getting long COVID goes up with every infection, which may lead to long-term health issues? Protect yourself this season with an updated COVID-19 vaccine. Visit foryoumandthem.com to find a vaccine near you. Brought to you by Moderna.
Everybody's favorite holiday color is red.
No way, it's gotta be green.
Well, there's red ribbons, ornaments, candy canes.
But with Holiday Instants, you could win up to $500,000, and that's a lot of green.
Now I'm green with envy. Holiday Instants from the Michigan Lottery. 4 fun tickets, like season 3s and Make It Rain.
Now that we're behind Scotch.
And for more holiday fun, visit MichiganLottery.com to enter the Holiday Let's Play giveaway. Get something wonderful. Holiday Instants from the Michigan Lottery. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
It's wintertime. Hey Detroit, this is Tanya Lalonde from Summit Place Kia. Are you driving the best vehicle for freezing temperatures and icy roads? You should be driving a Kia. I'll give you the same deal that I give to my friends and family. Plus, we'll give you all the money for your local trade-in. Worried about your credit upside down in your trade? At Summit Place Kia,
still got the white one.
Come see me today during the season of New Tradition sales
for this
event
week.
The
black truck's out of the question for this week.
Xfinity here. How can we help?
Hi, my entire family's obsessed with all things Wicked, but my kids can't stop watching the trailer, and now they're having a Wicked-themed sleepover. Do you think our internet can handle all of the streaming and memeing going on?
Well, we've engineered our Xfinity gateways to handle hundreds of devices at once, so they can all stay